Lincoln, Massachusetts, 1961. An idyllic suburb where the American dream flourished. Joan Risch, a 31-year-old housewife and mother of two, fit right into this picture-perfect community. On October 24th, she was seen going about her daily routine, taking her daughter to the dentist, returning home, and interacting with neighbors. Yet, as dusk settled over Lincoln, Joan disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a scene of chaos and blood, turned the quiet suburb into a crucible of suspense and mystery. The morning started with the usual humdrum of domestic life. Joan's husband, Martin, was away on a business trip in New York. After dropping off her daughter Lillian at the dentist, Joan returned home with her toddler, David. The hours passed uneventfully until Barbara Barker, a neighbor, saw Joan standing beside her car at 2:15 p.m. It was the last confirmed sighting of Joan Risch. Less than an hour later, Barker returned to find the Risch home in disarray. Blood smears, an overturned table, and no sign of Joan. The Risch home was a tableau of terror. Blood was splattered in the kitchen, trailing from the house to the driveway, where it abruptly ended. The phone receiver, stained with blood, hung ominously off the hook. Despite the signs of a struggle, there was no forced entry, no robbery, and no clear motive. Joan's purse, keys, and identification were untouched. The scene raised more questions than it answered, casting a pall of fear over the neighborhood. The initial search for Joan involved local police, volunteers, and eventually the FBI. Witnesses reported seeing a disoriented woman, matching Joan's description, wandering along Route 2A, clutching her abdomen. Another claimed to see a two-tone car in the Risch driveway around the time of her disappearance. These sightings, while intriguing, led to dead ends. The trail went cold, and the community was left grappling with a terrifying unknown. Digging into Joan's past, investigators uncovered a life marked by upheaval. Born Joan Bard in Brooklyn, she had lost her parents under mysterious circumstances, resulting in her placement in foster care. Adopting the surname Natras, she built a new identity, eventually marrying Martin Risch. But the past has a way of creeping back, and Joan's traumatic childhood hinted at a deeper, more sinister undercurrent to her disappearance. Puzzling discovery added a new layer to the mystery. Joan had recently borrowed several library books about disappearances and unsolved crimes. Titles such as Into Thin Air and The Scapegoat suggested an obsession with vanishing acts. Was Joan planning her own escape, inspired by the stories she read? Or was this a bizarre coincidence, a red herring in a sea of uncertainty? The line between reality and fiction blurred, intensifying the enigma. Theories about Joan's fate were as varied as they were disturbing. Some believed she had staged her own disappearance, seeking to escape an unremarkable life. Others posited she was abducted by someone she knew, or even a stranger with a dark motive. The blood in the kitchen seemed to contradict the idea of a planned departure, suggesting violence instead. Each theory, while plausible, lacked concrete evidence, turning the investigation into a labyrinthine puzzle. The disappearance of Joan Risch sent ripples of fear through Lincoln. Neighbors, once trusting and friendly, became suspicious and wary. The Risch children, too young to understand the gravity of their loss, were left with an unfillable void. Martin Risch, devastated and confused, faced relentless scrutiny. The case turned the quiet suburb into a community on edge, haunted by the specter of an unsolved crime. Decades have passed since Joan Risch vanished, but her case remains one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries in American history. Advances in forensic science and investigative techniques have done little to shed light on her fate. The bloodstains, the cryptic sightings, and the literary clues form a puzzle that continues to defy resolution. Joan's disappearance stands as a testament to the enduring enigma of human existence, a dark tale that captivates and confounds to this day. As years roll by, the quest for the truth about Joan Risch's fate endures. Investigators, journalists, and amateur sleuths persist in their search for that one elusive clue that might finally bring clarity. Joan Risch's story is a noir tale that encapsulates the mystery and darkness lurking beneath the surface of everyday life. It is a reminder that some puzzles may never be solved. The search for answers can reveal much about the human condition.